Welcome and welcome back for those returning. My name is Deborah Whipke and I am a renewal life coach. Today's video, I am going to talk about the idea of struggle versus challenge. So I had been batting around this idea for a couple of weeks of making a video of this, and then I actually had a huge wake-up call and epiphany on this that said to me, yes, this is exactly the video you need to be making. So let me fill you in. I have a treadmill. I am fortunate enough to have a treadmill in my home. And I got up the other morning and went to get on the treadmill, and black screen wouldn't work. I admit, I had a bit of a meltdown. And I asked the angels for help, because I always ask my guides and angels for help first. And I tried turning it off and turning it on. I tried all of the things that you would try when it's not working, and nothing helped. So I will say that part of my my journey and my process to reinvent my life is to finally build the strong, healthy body that I have been yo-yo dieting for years and years about, and just to really build a very strong, healthy body and stop the yo-yo dieting. And so to that end, I had been walking every single day on my treadmill for 106 straight days. And so I am like going into panic mode, like I can't not walk today, because I have this goal to continue to walk until this is such a natural part of my life that I wouldn't even consider missing a day of walking. Now that varies. I walk anywhere from 2.5 to 4.5 miles right now a day. It varies. And so fortunately, I live in a community that has a clubhouse. So I hurried up and grabbed my water and my phone, and I went up to the clubhouse and I got my workout in. But at the whole time, I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to do? Because this is the weekend, and it's easy to do that on the weekend, but it's not so easy through the week because I still have a day job to go to. So what am I going to do? And so I was feeling very, very still upset about it. So I came home, and it was in the shower that I suddenly stopped and asked myself, why is this happening for me? Because what I have learned throughout my life and throughout my seeking is that everything is happening for us, even when we believe it's happening to us. And I recognized the fact that I was completely looking at this dilemma as another struggle in my life. And I feel like I have felt like I've had so many things that have been struggle for me. So what is struggle? Struggle is forceful. Struggle is often, it can be violent. Struggle is resistance. We are resisting something. And if somebody comes up behind you and grabs you, you're going to resist that. So you're going to struggle to try to get free. But we also struggle in the things in our life that are happening. So I was struggling to understand, how am I going to get my walks in every day now and walk enough, especially if I have to go to work in the morning, and I definitely function best first thing in the morning to work out. So again, that felt like a struggle to me. I was resisting. And then when I asked myself that question, why is this happening for me? I suddenly stopped and thought, is this struggle? Or is this a challenge coming up for me to overcome? So what is a challenge? A challenge may be difficult in the beginning, but as you progress, you recognize the fact that it's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to possibly change your life or to change things in your life. So then I ask myself, how am I defining this? I was completely defining that treadmill breaking down as struggle. So do I have a choice? Yes. I recognized the fact that I had a choice on how I defined it. What meaning was I assigning to this? And originally the meaning I was assigning to it was a struggle. And yet, what if it's actually a challenge? A challenge that forces me to grow, to learn, to change something in my life. So I consciously made the choice to say, you know what? I'm going to define this as a challenge in my life, not as a struggle in my life. So I either journal about these epiphanies happening in my life so that I can help assist other people when they meet up with something like this, or I make an audio recording, because I got into that a few years ago, making audio recordings on my phone. And so and that's also if I can't get to my journal, but I can quickly, like even on the way to work or on the way home from work, if something has happened and I want to just make a quick few minute audio, I can do that and then journal later. And then I often do both, just because I need to really cement this into my head and this, so that I can affect positive change in my life that I want to affect. So the fact of the matter is, I started to make my audio recording first. And I started to tiptoe in my mind back through other times in my life. So I'm going to be transparent here and say, and I brought this up in a past video about myself. I'm from a childhood of abuse and neglect, and young adulthood of abuse as well. And so I was defining myself for many, many, many years. I believed myself to be a victim. And so if you believe yourself to be a victim, then struggle goes along with victimhood. And so I started to recognize the fact as I was making this audio recording that many, many times in my life, when I thought something was a struggle, another horrible, poor me kind of thing, it was actually a challenge. And I didn't recognize that. But once I started to look back at all the things that I was able to overcome, I grew from those experiences, and I definitely learned from those experiences. And it definitely at least changed maybe some part of my life, if not made a drastic change in my life. Sometimes challenges just change the way that we do something. Sometimes they make a bigger impact on our lives. So I really believe there's so many of us that are choosing to define something as a struggle when actually it is a challenge, and that it's there for our growth, and it is there for us to learn and to change and to become more of the person that we want to be. And I know I'm not even done with this because it's only been a couple of days. So I'm still busy tiptoeing through my mind, and I'm still busy putting together, wait, was that big thing that happened that I said was such a horrible struggle? Was that a struggle or was it not? Very quickly, I will say that when I was getting my bachelor's degree, I had an advisor that told me, yes, because I had 2 associate's degrees, we're going to accept all of these credits, blah, blah, blah. And then fast forward a couple of years later, I'm about at the end. I know then I have found my grad school. I know that I'm moving to California. I know that I'm leaving my job. And I know that all of this is happening right after graduation in May. And I go to see this advisor in the fall, just thinking that I had kind of lost track. And so I thought I had anywhere from 6 to 8 credits left. That advisor told me I had 33 credits left. And he said, there's no way that you can finish this in the couple of semesters that you have left. So you're just going to have to suck it up, basically. I left there devastated and feeling like that was another horrible struggle in my life. But I pulled myself together, put my big girl pants on, and I started going through all of the classes that was offered on the weekends and anything else that I could find. And I started figuring it out. And guess what? Spoiler alert. I did it. I did it. I did what the advisor said was not doable. I finished those 33 credits in a couple of semesters, and I graduated on time, and I was able to move to California the way I wanted to and start grad school. So, struggle versus challenge. I truly hope that you loved this video as much as I loved making it and going through the process so that I could teach this to you. Have a wonderful day. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, shoot me a message and let me know what you thought of this. And I look forward to seeing you soon.